Welcome, you fucking assholes, to the Bullshit Broadcast, the show where I spew whatever crap comes into my brain. And boy, do we have a special for the third episode. This will be a double feature. In today's episode, we have the anti-Trump bullshit and a personal story for you about yours truly. Let's get started with this bullshit. Oh, you're gonna love this shit. Get this article from the USA News Bible. UN to Trump. Accept refugees and illegal aliens, or else. Essentially what this whole thing is some sort of campaign by the United Nations to get America to basically say fuck all to its border laws. 'Cause that worked the first time. I'll link the article in the description. I just wanted to show you that quick piece of shit. But in any case, yeah, it impresses me how people are still trying to knock down Trump after, what was it now, half a year? Half a year he's been, actually doing shit in office, and nearly a year that he's been elected, and people are still claiming he's some fake ass bitch. GG, guys, you're making yourself look stupider every single fucking day of your life. I hope you're proud of yourselves. Okay, now I'm done with all that crap. Let me move on to the actual juicy meat of this episode. Now, I'm gonna have to take a more somber tone for this one, cause this shit is actually quite tragic. This shit has been affecting me for my entire life, and I have not had a stable mental condition ever since this happened. Anywho, when was this? This goes all the way back to when I was 2 years old. I was just a wee little lad, so many years back, like, holy shit. But yeah, man, it's standard procedure for, pretty much every baby to get a vaccine shot nowadays, and it was so even back in my time, like, holy crap, 15 years ago. Anywho, I think I got, like, what was it, something, 6, 10, 15 shots, during my toddler years, and all of them, contributed to the condition I was in for many years, but, I think the most fucked up one was this, triviral vaccine, where they got 3 of those little fuckers in there at once. It was the MMR vaccine. This was back in the day when vaccines, every single one of those little bastards had mercury in them. Nowadays, they're a bit better regulated, but not much. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. That fucking needle, I was vomiting all the time, I was spasming, I could not focus on a goddamn thing. It was difficult for me to learn. And that was just the first few years. As I got older, my condition just got worse, and the attempts to, like, put me to a doctor just really fucked me up to a point where it was fair to say that I was actually kind of dying at that point. It came to a point, like, when I was 9 years old, that we had to get several purges full-on purges of my system before I could even look at my own mother for more than like half a second. And despite the massive improvements I went through during 9 years old to 11 years old, I still suffer the consequences of the more permanent damage that these needles did to me. I had Asperger's syndrome, autism spectrum disorder, perceptive disorders. I actually still, to a point, still have perceptive disorders. I really can't talk to anyone because I have horrific paranoia. It's so many symptoms that can be caused by brain damage were caused by those fucking needles and that mercury that was in my blood. Now, before y'all get angry at me, I get it. These things have saved lives and the shot is useful, but are we sure it's worth the complete and utter what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, administering this medicine to basically everyone if there's so many things wrong with this vaccine? Is it worth the price to make it compulsory or mandatory if we're seeing all these symptoms? I personally advocate for the regulation of these things, especially because they're so dangerous yet still so useful. Now, don't, for the love of God, do not confuse this for anti-vaccination. The only thing you should really take out of this is that because these things are so unsafe, we should properly regulate them. That's all I really have to say. This would be the third episode of the bullshit broadcast, and I'm out, bitches. Also, I'm like the best case scenario for shit like this. I've heard of tragedies of children who got physically disabled, had terrific allergies, had such a horrible autoimmune disorder that their skin was actually being eaten from the inside out, and more serious crap. So, I feel horrible. And I'm like the best case scenario for when there's a vaccine injury. There's several hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of cases. Just wanted to make that additional little note